Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media, and this is about as big as it gets because India is a massive market for WWE. In fact, I was reading that it's now their second biggest market. And so apparently when they went to Netflix were talking about areas that they would like to kind of grow in, areas that are important to them. And right at the top of that list was India. So there's a big crossover there with WWE having a big fan base there and Netflix being really interested in that territory, being a very important territory. And all the stars are kind of aligning. And so WWE President Nick Khan has confirmed that WWE are planning its first ever major PLE in India. We're looking at 2026 or early 2027. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Could you imagine how big an Indian PLE would be? I mean, think about how many people are in that country, and it's WWE's second largest market. Apparently, WWE as a sport is the second biggest sport behind cricket in India. Like, it is huge. So, I mean, that is just going to go off, man. That is just going to go off. So, this is really big news. Really big news. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. Obviously, we're still away from it, but very exciting. So, James, thank you. Right, Wrestling Junkie. Let's press play on this. So, this was some footage that came from London. This was after the segment on Smackdown. These are the superstars walking away. I can't lip read, but I thought I saw at one point Roman saying something like, what exactly does he want? You can see that Roman is still really thinking about the fact that the favor is still owed. And what is the favor going to be? He is kind of playing that in his mind. In the background, you can see Paul Heyman is stressed. This feud has got levels to it, says Roman Reigns, SZN. So that was after SmackDown went off air. And yeah, so I'm sure it's that bit there. He's like, what does he even want? So he's just kind of like mouthing stuff to himself, but I'm not good enough to be able to lip read. Right, the OG and only Mark C, thank you. So PW Insider reporting that Drew McIntyre did in fact get glass in his eye from that Damian Priest chokeslam onto the windshields. So it looks like there was a bit of glass that got in there. No word of there being any long-term injury or any kind of problem. We know that he tweeted out after SmackDown had gone off air. So certainly no kind of indication that there's a major problem or he's out of WrestleMania or there's damage to his eye or anything like that. But seems like a bit of glass did get into his eye, according to PW Insider. Right, Edward, shout out to you. So WWE have announced that Jacob Fatu against Braun Strowman in a last man standing match has been booked for SmackDown next week in Chicago. So we're back in America for SmackDown. We know that we've got Raw in London. And then I think that's it. I think that's kind of the European tour done then. And then we are back in America, well on that road towards WrestleMania. And I'll be really pleased to get back to America. It'll be nice to have the shows at their usual time. And it does feel like WWE have just been holding off, just kind of holding back whilst we've been on this tour. Kind of felt like we saw a little bit more on SmackDown than what we've seen recently. You know, Drew McIntyre being put through a windscreen, a windshield is a good example of that. But also, you know, that big juicy segment at the end with Punk and Seth and Roman. So I think I've got a little bit more optimism for Monday and Raw because I'm thinking, you know, SmackDown was a little better than it has been. Could Raw be a little better than it has been? But I still think we've got to get off this European tour to really get into the good stuff. So, yeah, hopefully some big moments coming up very soon. Right, this one has really done the rounds, and I've got a different kind of take on this to a lot of other people. So look at this here, right? So this is during SmackDown. This is where Roman is saying, acknowledge me to CM Punk. And people have pointed out here that Heyman is looking at CM Punk, kind of nodding or shaking his head like, don't do it. Don't do it. And of course, he does get down and he does say a few words, right? So Heyman telling CM Punk not to acknowledge Roman Reigns. Bro is definitely turning at WrestleMania. Now, I've got a real different take on this because I'm seeing a lot of tweets with people going, oh my God, did you notice this? Like, he's working with CM Punk, right? And he could be, but I don't think he is. What I think's happening here is I think that who knows CM Punk better than anyone else? It's Paul Heyman, AJ Lee or Paul Heyman, right? Paul Heyman knows that CM Punk is not about to acknowledge Roman Reigns, right? Paul Heyman knows that if you give CM Punk a microphone, he's going to go off. He's not about to say, my tribal chief, I acknowledge you. Thank you so much for this. That is not CM Punk. You know it. I know it. He knows it, right? So in this moment where CM Punk has got a microphone and Roman Reigns is saying, acknowledge me, going through his head is, please don't. Please don't do whatever you're about to do, because I know what you're about to do. You're about to say something that's going to upset my tribal chief. And then it's just going to cause more friction. It's going to cause more problems. Like, please don't. So in my book, that's why he's doing it. It's not that he's working with CM Punk, right? Again, I have to stress he could be. Because who knows, we might get to WrestleMania and that could be a swerve that we get. But I look at this moment and I go, no, that is how he should react. That's exactly how he should react, even if they're not working together. Because he knows what CM Punk is going to do as soon as he picks up that microphone. And it is not play nice. So I really don't have the same opinion on this moment as a lot of kind of big wrestling accounts that I'm seeing online. But make of it whatever you will. You can see right here, Heyman looking up, kind of a bit of a shake. Don't do it, I think he says there. As Roman says, acknowledge me. CM Punk grabs that microphone and then, of course, proceeds to go into the promo that we hear on SmackDown. So, Lawrence, shout out to you. Just talking to CM Punk and The Rock. So, Tifo said The Rock recently commented on an IG video that claimed that he hated CM Punk and was obstructing him from main event in WrestleMania. So, The Rock said, first of all, Punk and I have become good buddies over the years. We're solid. Secondly, whatever matchmaking scenario is best for true long-term, not short-term business success, that will be our Mania main event. And lastly, you're clown. I think he meant you're a clown. Of all the things to kind of botch there, you're clown. You're clown, you are. You're clown. So, yeah, we did need an A in there. But it doesn't matter. We understood what he meant. So, but shame of all the things to botch. You botched that bit there, but there we go. So, Del Boy, shout out to you. Patrick, shout out to you. So, here, Bret Hart will become the only 3-time Hall of Famer. So, of course, he went in for his solo work. He went in for the Hart Foundation with Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And he went in, will be going in because of his match with Stone Cold. So, yeah, we will do a video on that, actually. I've been doing a little bit of work on that. I want to do a video on other moments that can go in, just with a little twist applied, because I'm guessing a lot of channels are going to do that video. So I sort of feel like I need to approach it from a slightly different angle. So keep an eye out on Sunday. That video will be dropping on the channel. So, Patrick, shout out to you. Right, Randy Orton is fired up, mate. Check this out.
Oh, you want You want to hear a little something from the Legend Killer? You want to hear a little something from the Viper, the Apex Predator? I'll tell you what, I was out 4 freaking months because Kevin Owens dropped me on me at my head. 4 months, no matches. 4 months, the ring rust started to build up, and now I'm out. I got my second match in 4 months. Beat Carmelo Hayes 2 weeks ago. Now I'm out there with Drew McIntyre, of all people, and Kevin Owens wants to stick his nose in my business. Now the match is set. Owens, Orton, WrestleMania, pile driver versus punt kick. But he is just only going to nip away at me until I kick him so hard come the day on WrestleMania, grandest stage of all, I am gonna send his head clear over the freaking roof. Just wait and watch. Night 1, WrestleMania 41. Kevin Owens, your ass is mine.
Good 54 seconds long, but good promo. Really enjoyed that. So yeah, once again, night 1, we're going to get that match. Okay, Fightful Select talking about the WWE European tryouts that took place today, and they take place tomorrow. So they found out that Rain Leverkusen, I don't know Rain Leverkusen, but Rain Leverkusen was apparently part of the tryouts. Now, they do have an article on it. I don't think there's much in the way of new information because a lot of these names are names that they had reported previously. So Rio, Golden Boy Santos, Zozea, Manlight Doris, Luke Jacobs. This is a new name. Bionic of the TV show Gladiators is part of the tryout. Nathan Angel, Rain Leverkusen, Danny Jones, Adam Maxted, and other talent as well, right? They're all part of this tryouts. And apparently it was Man Like Doris that really stood out to them, that really excited them. Man Like Doris has been making some appearances in TNA as well. So he definitely is someone to have on your radar. But seems like there's some quite exciting talent that's being checked out at these tryouts. So big shout out to Corey. Big shout out to Fightful Select. This information dropping hours ago over there. But yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know the kind of names that we should be familiar with on the indie scene and the kind of names that could be coming into WWE very soon. Okay, look, Liv Morgan debuted some new attire. So a slightly different look here for Liv Morgan. Normally, doesn't she wear like a little top, a little t-shirt? Now she's got like a bra top type thing. So, yeah, slightly different look. Nothing too drastic, but slightly different look for Liv Morgan here. Not crazy about it, to be honest. I don't think it looks brilliant. I mean, it's not drastically different. It's only really this top part that looks a little bit different to me. But, you know, it is what it is. There is a promo here from Liv as well, because they were over in Vienna doing a live event. So here's Liv. She cuts a bit of a promo on the crowds. Excuse me.
I just want to take this time to dedicate my victory tonight to the most gorgeous man in the WWE, Dominic Mysterio. That's my boyfriend.
Did she say that's my boyfriend?
That's my boyfriend.
Yeah, that's my boyfriend. So there we go. She dedicates her win that she's not quite secured here to her boyfriend, Dominic Mysterio. So very good, very fun. So that was the WWE folder. Let's go over to the fun folder. Oh, yeah. So here we've got... Now, I think these are the club nights that play the wrestling themes. They do a tour around the UK. I don't know if they go to America, but it seems like Caden, Tamatonga, Braun, Damian Priest were all spotted. There's Braun, look. They were dancing away, partying away. So, yeah, I think this is like Solo's music that's playing at this moment. So they're just like having a drink, having a bit of a vibe, having a party. It's kind of really fun to see that. So, yeah, these are those kind of wrestling club nights that go on a tour. I know Mark Henry and Joe Hendry have been doing them as those shows have been kind of following the WWE shows around. It's a good idea. I mean, I suppose in a way it's like the after party, you know, but it seems like wrestlers might have been attending as well. So, Daniel, thank you. Oh, check out Sheamus getting drenched in Italy.
What's the story? Just in a sunny Rome here. I feel like I'm back in Dublin, trying to find a gym. If you have a good recommendation for Rome gym-wise, please let me know, because I'm dying to go do a bit, you know? I always take the weather Ireland everywhere I go. Anyway, I hope you're having a nicer day than I am. Sláinte. And if you haven't already today, go and do a bit. All right, fella. The search continues.
Oh, he's such a good guy, isn't he? Daniel, shout out to you. I really love that. Still searching for a banger gym in sunny Roma. Right, CM Punk gives Gunther flowers in Vienna after their cage match. I believe he says, I stand by statements I've said before that these live shows should get aired on social media or uploaded to Netflix a few days after. Yeah, definitely. I completely agree with you on that, Brandon. So let's check this out.
After sharing the ring with the ring general Gunther in a cage, I know I'm never gonna forget Vienna. This man is a champion for a reason. He represents championship caliber people, hardworking, blue collar, salt of the earth, Vienna pride. Congratulations, champ.
Congrats, champ. See you down the road.
I will see you down the line. And now, he's going to sing some folk songs with
Now he's going to sing some folk songs for you. He does as well.
Een verder nacht wordt hier in de zee. Af mijn auto, en dan ben ik weer mee. Ik stoel mijn door, oder nog zo dat ze. Maar doet toch niet werken, om zien we het leven.
If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. There we go. And even CM Punk's having a little dance in the background. So very good. Right. Bayley said, I've been coming to London since 2015 and I've wrestled over a dozen matches here, but this is the first time outside of the hotel or arena. There she is. Everyone loves going to Tower Bridge, don't they? We've got Big Ben as well, and we got the Tower of London, and we've got Downing Street and Buckingham Palace, and like there's quite a few sites in London, but everyone seems to gravitate towards Tower Bridge. But very cool. I hope she had a good day. And here, look, Rhea Ripley steals Raquel Rodriguez's bandana after that match in Vienna. So a slightly different look maybe for Liv. And a slightly different look here for Rhea Ripley as well. So there she is, stealing the bandana. You can kind of get a vibe of like how many people were in attendance. Can't quite make out how many empty seats are up there, but it looks like there was a few. She just kind of snaps at Byron Saxton and makes Byron Saxton jump. Let's go. Let's go. So there we go. That was the fun folder. Let's go over to other. So here, AJ Lee congratulates Saraya, formerly known as Paige, on the release of her Hell in Boots memoir. Congratulations, my fairy goddaughter. You deserve the whole world, she said. There's a note there that says, AJ, my fairy godmother, love you, Saraya. So it looks like there was a book and a mug and a little handwritten note. And so that's kind of nice. So yeah, Saraya's book available now. Yeah, J4 said they got to fix your theme. And here we've got Zelina Vega saying, I like my effing theme, bro. I got to say, man, I think her theme is a bit mid. Like, she came running down the other day and the theme doesn't really hit. it's a real slow sort of thing, and then I don't know. I don't think it works either, to be honest. But Zelina likes it, so it is what it is. Right, yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you this. So Bill Goldberg says, "Be careful what you ask for." I don't know what this was in response to, but here, look, we've got Dolph Ziggler saying, "Or even what no one but Goldberg asked for." So a little bit of beef online here between these two, right? A little bit of beef online. There was another here. This is the one. You're known basically for being able to get your ass kicked really well. So this person's talking to Dolph. Kind of lucky to have been in the ring with the guy at all. So this person's saying to Dolph, don't be moody, because you're lucky to have been in there at all. And here Dolph responded, you are free to believe anything you tell yourself, but that doesn't make it accurate. Kinda lucky to have been in the ring with him and not end up in a hospital is much more accurate, though. Thanks for following. So there we go. So a little bit of shade from Dolph towards Goldberg, basically saying, I wasn't lucky to be in the ring with him. I was lucky to survive. So I don't know where that's all started and come from, but a little bit of beef there between Dolph Ziggler and Goldberg. Right, here Aaron says, thoughts. My thoughts are that this is turning into a flipping nightmare. So the road to WrestleMania begins. My first wrestling class. So Joe Weller, who is a content creator, who was part of one of the very first kind of influencer boxing matches, has now turned his attention, probably inspired by Logan, to the WWE. And so now he's starting to put some work in to see if he can get to the WWE. But, I mean, I don't know about you. I'm really torn on it because I don't want to see influencers coming in. If you're going to come in, then you need to be a full-time wrestler. I don't want to see influencers. I don't mind what Speed did, you know, coming in, getting smashed by Braun Breaker. I mean, I've got just so much respect for Speed for doing that. But we don't need another Logan that comes in a few times a year, wants to be put over, and kind of, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to come in, then go through the indies, go through NXT, become a full-time wrestler. If he does that, no problems. But if he wants to take that shortcut straight to the main roster, have matches at WrestleMania without kind of paying the dues, I ain't here for that. Botched Eye Surgery said, crazy seeing these prices compared to what we have now. So, yeah, I mean, the yellow sections here were $15 for, this was WrestleMania 19, right? So this is what, 2003? So $15 to sit here, $25 for this top bit. Then it was $45 for this bit. Was it this bit? This bit. $45 for these bits, right? Then these bits were $60. $60 to sit here. That's good, man. That's really good. $60 to sit here. I mean, I think these bits now would probably be... I don't even know. 100? Something like that. So, but here they're 25. Whereas they're 60. I mean, what would they be now? 200? Then you go down on the floor, $75 got you into these red areas. It's just $75. I mean, I think you're talking anything on the floor, 300, 400, something like that. Then in the green sections, $100 got you like right close to the ring. The blue ones were 400, so, I mean, that's quite steep. But, I mean, those now are in the thousands. It would be thousands to sit in this blue section now. Back then, it was 400. The green section's 100. It's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy. But it does make sense as well. I mean, we are going all the way back. All the way back to, like, 2003. That was a long time ago. It's over 20-odd years ago, so... Yeah, but it just gives you an idea of where the prices were. And it's just kind of really fun to look out to. And a great WrestleMania as well. Really one of the very best. Larry, shout out to you. Finn wearing a Gulf of Mexico shirt. So there we go. Finn knows where he stands on the debate But there he is meeting some young fans. And this is brilliant, talking of old WrestleManias. So, Larry, thank you. This is an aerial shot that I have never seen before. Aerial shot from inside the Silverdome at WrestleMania 3. Look at that. That is WrestleMania 3 from the sky, from the top of the Silverdome. Wow. That's great. That is really cool. Dexter, shout out to you. Stephanie was actually at UFC Mexico today. So she was there, UFC Mexico, with both of her NXT championships. Very cool. And Hayden, shout out to you. This has really done the rounds. So during Shawn Michaels' first retirement, he wrestled a match in the Texas Wrestling Alliance in the year 2000. I never knew. I knew that he had opened a training school, but I didn't know that he had actually wrestled a match. I mean, obviously, he leaves WWE in 98 due to his back. He comes back in 2002. But here he is actually wrestling a match, kind of bang in the middle of that absence for the Texas Wrestling Alliance. And he comes out to his proper theme and everything. And here he is, like, on the outside, look. Like, it's a proper street fight. And he's kind of wearing, obviously, very different attire as a result. He's in jeans. So, boom. So, yeah, I've never seen this footage. I don't know where it's come from or if it's just been recently found or maybe, you know, fans knew about it, but it was just sort of like tucked away. But, yeah, how crazy is this? There he is, look, with a ladder. So, Shawn Michaels actually wrestling whilst being away from WWE. I don't know if WWE were in on this, if they, I mean, I'm guessing they okayed it. I don't know what his contract situation was like here. Boom, slingshot into the corner. I mean, it's a street fight, so I mean, it's you know, it's a street fight. It's an indie show. This is not going to be one of his greatest matches. But yeah, this whole clip goes for like 6 minutes, nearly 7 minutes. I don't know if that's the full match, but I'm sure you can track it down if you want to. It'd be fun actually if Mattel were to make this figure. That'd be really fun. So there we go. That was the other folder. Let's go community. So Raymond, shout out to you. Got a repost and a like from Ariana Grace. Very good. Great one. Let's check out Great One.
Hey, Days. So the John Cena hat situation with the C botch reminded me of my poster of Rock and Cena from Elimination Chamber. Because at first glance, it looks all innocent.
Looks
but
great.
then if you zoom in, there's an NFL sticker on there. An NFL sticker on my WWE poster. Don't they know that the NFL is rigged? What's this on about?
I'm guessing, Fanatics make merch, don't they, for loads of people. So they make it for, like, the MLB, NFL, I think basketball as well. Like, they've really taken over the merch game. So, I don't know, somehow you've ended up with an NFL sticker on there, haven't you? Which is pretty bizarre, to be honest. But, yeah. And I would say a talking point, though. So, if ever wrestling fans come round, you can, like, point that out to them. But, yeah, that's pretty fun. Mosh X Fiend, shout out to you, said it's coming to an end. I'm leaving to move to Germany, so I've got to start packing my Bray collection away. So this is pretty fun. We get to look at a Bray collection, and it's kind of the wrong way round, unfortunately, but you can see some of the figures there, Bray figures, more Bray figures. I didn't even realize he had so many, to be honest. But there's little Huskus as well. I love that. That's great. And a few more. I'm guessing this is all of them because I really didn't realize he had so many. And then there is Huskus, the plush toy. So, yeah, all the best, Mosh X Fiend. Shout out to you. And this is our last one. Billy said, I thought it was worth mentioning. I was seated behind the WrestleMania sign, and the production team closed that section. So we got moved to ringside. It was incredible. Chelsea was so funny. I would go as far as to say she's the best entertainer in WWE right now. So Billy, I think, was all the way up here where the WrestleMania sign is. And they closed that section and moved him. And he ended up getting ringside. That is insane. So, Billy, thank you for telling us that. That's really, really interesting. Right, let's go. Thanks and get out of here because I want to record that Hall of Fame video, which I'm really excited about. It'll be good to get some different content onto the channel, so check that out. I mean, it will be up at some point on Sunday. And also later on Sunday, we are going to be doing a watch-along because WWE Vault are going to be showing WrestleMania 24. I'm sorry. I love you. So, yeah, we're going to be doing a watch-along for that, so I need to go and set that up as well. So lots happening today on the channel. And, yeah, and I'll try and get another Unseen up after all of that as well. So, right, King Yeet Newsletter, thank you, my friend. Patrick, shout out to you. Casper, thank you, my friend. Wild Child Billy. Cats, thank you, tagging me in that Randy Orton clip. Kelly the Wise Lady. Christopher, shout out to you. Carr. Patrick Smith. Casey. Irish Sam. Uncle Revel, Babs the Barbarian, Claire Webb, World Hardcore Wrestling, Shaq Diesel, Bradley, CM Chunk, Huddle Talk, Wild Child Billy, Our Wrestling Podcast, Big Bam, Las Vegas Mats, Cat Again, Phantom 67, and Raymond. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the retweets. Thank you for the support as always. And as we said, plenty coming up on the channel. So I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.